Hello guys, welcome to the Friday trade recap and forecast. So I have taken one winner on the euro and the US dollar, and I am in one trade currently on the Aussie US dollar. I will run through those trades, but first let's take a look at the prior price action. Let's see what has been happening. So we had this V reversal in a range when I expected the price to go up, which in this case it did. Then we got this nice uptrend right here. So at this point I was seeing a really nice uptrend start to form. So a nice push up, small pullback, two red candles, but not really a concern, and then we continue. This sort of a formation is a really good formation that usually continues trending up. So I was 100% looking for a trade here. This was an established trend. For me, an established trend is a impulse, small pullback, and then another impulse. So basically two impulses and one pullback. The pullback needs to be small and show me no momentum shift. That is a good strong uptrend. And then we got this first retrace candle, bit of a momentum shift, but on the euro and US dollar I'm willing to tolerate these if I get a bit of a range afterwards and then a flag formation, which is exactly what happened. So we basically started ranging around, broke the low, red candle, red candle, red candle, and the blue candle is the entry candle. So this is the flag formation. First high, first low, second high, second low, and the blue candle is the entry candle. You can see the range, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles in the range, which is very, very good. That's a nice clear range, especially on the euro and the US dollar. And yeah, basically, I think this was a 1% winner, around 1%. So price broke the high, retraced, broke the high again, and took me out for a 1% winner on this trade. So yeah, I'm now out of the trade. And what is price currently doing? It's kind of ranging around. Basically, we broke the low, retraced, broke the low, retraced again. I'm expecting a range because what am I seeing? Well, I'm seeing break of the high retrace, break of the low retrace, break of the low retrace. So I'm expecting more of this sort of price action. And for the next week, I'm waiting for a large impulse up or a large impulse down out of this range. So this is no longer good to take any setups because it started ranging around. It did ascend on the top and I was looking to get a possible reversal opportunity like this, but that didn't happen. So we broke the low retrace, broke the low retrace again. So no reversal opportunity on this particular pair. Okay, I think we can move on. So euro, Japanese yen ranging around, had no opportunity, wasn't looking for anything to be honest. Just a clear flat range right now. And yeah, for next week I'm just waiting for a large impulse up or a large impulse down, so nothing really to say about this particular pair. This one has not been that interesting. I mean, prior price action, it was moving in this ascending fashion and I was expecting to get in on a possible reversal trade, but that unfortunately did not play out. Instead, we just started ranging around. So yeah, we need to see a impulse up or an impulse to the downside. Okay, then we have the Aussie and US dollar, and I did have some orders on, which I will run through right now. Basically, I was seeing a nice impulse here. If only TradingView will load, so looks like it did. Then a one candle pullback, and we continue with a nice clean close. This 100% fit my plan, 10 out of 10 trade, no hesitation, no brainer. And I did have an order on right here. 12 pip stop loss as always, but I didn't get tagged in. Next candle, printed, clean close, and I kept my order on to buy. Basically, you might be wondering, was I concerned about the engulfing pullback? And to be honest, I was not. First reason, we are in an established trend. Push up, one candle pullback, continuation, strong, textbook established trend. That was the first reason. Second reason, well, it was Thursday, and I know Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, I expect trends, so I can tolerate a bit of a warning sign. I can tolerate, for example, a engulfing pullbacks. So I did keep my order on, but then the next candle formed and it formed a bit of a wick. and then it would need to engulf 3 candles. So at that point I did remove my order. No longer fit my plan, it was no longer a clear pattern. But then we started forming a combo trade. A combo trade is basically a flag and the break and retest in the same sort of trade. So this was my entry level, the top of this inside bar. And yeah, basically I was looking for sort of a flag formation. You can see this would now be the first high, for example, first low, second high, I need the second low. Then we ranged around. And then we created the second low. So this would have been a flag. I would not take a flag because on the Aussie US dollar, I don't like the larger flags. So if the flag goes more than 50% of the impulse, I don't like them. Usually they don't play out, but I do take combos, meaning break and retests. So I did have an order on 2 pips above the inside bar for the spreads, of course. And now I'm in this trade. So currently running in drawdown, but we will see what will happen. I know these trades are super high probability because basically we have an established trend. Push up, 1 candle pullback, we continue. And this sort of a formation, not really a momentum shift anywhere here. You might be seeing a bit of a momentum shift in this candle, but for me it was not really a concern, especially on a Thursday or Friday in this case. Those days I can tolerate some minor warning signs. So this sort of pattern by itself is super high probability, and I do have some nice winning trades that look very similar to this. So I was happy to take a combo in this scenario. And I also know the inside bar is usually the bottom or the top of the range. So as we ranged around here, this area is very likely to reject because, as I said, in my backtesting, if you do some backtesting, you will see the inside bar is usually the, in this case, bottom of the range, and usually price rejects. So we will see what will happen. For the next week, I am looking to possibly get in on another buy. If it goes up, if it goes down, stops me out, I will be looking to sell on a flag or a break and day retest. But as I said, overall, the trend is currently up and my bias is to buy. So if we're trending up, then my bias is of course to buy. If price goes down, then I need to reevaluate. I need to see some really large, strong momentum. AJ, Aussie Japanese yen. I did not have an order on here because we had a momentum shift in the prior pullback, which usually signals a failure of this level. No, and I didn't have an order on here either because, again, just the price action didn't seem good. This break by itself was not kind of enough. I wanted to see a bigger break, so I wasn't interested in anything here. And then we got an aggressive retrace, and yeah, it would have been a 1% loss if I took the trade. So good that I followed my plan. Now we're ranging around. I'm expecting more range bound price action. So I'm expecting more of this range bound price action. For the next week, I'm looking for a large impulse up, flag or a break and a retest, or I'm looking for a large impulse down, a flag or a break and a retest. So we will see what will happen. EJ, AJ, not really looking good, so leaving those pairs alone. Pound, this one is forming a reversal trade, but I don't trade reversals on this pair. So this would have been the entry potentially, but I don't personally trade reversals because they usually don't work on a larger scale. So in the prior price action, did I have any orders on? No. Was I looking for a trade here? Yes, I was, but I was looking for a continuation, like a pullback and then a continuation like this. I wasn't looking for a continuation to this level. So yeah, the pound, I'm just leaving alone right now. You can see it's not really giving me much momentum, and especially on this pair, I need to see large momentum. I'm seeing break, retrace, break, retrace, break, retrace, break, retrace, break, retrace, another break, and a retrace. So ascending structure. After an ascending structure, I'm expecting the price to reverse in the opposite direction. So I'm expecting Possibly next week for the trend to start down, I will look to sell. But again, that's not the rule. If I get a large impulse up, I will look to buy. So this pair, not on my watch list, to be honest, not forming any sort of high probability patterns just yet. If this gives me momentum down, then it will be a high probability pattern because we have the ascending pushing it down. Final pair, NJ New Zealand Japanese Yen. I did have my order on right here to buy. I did like this price action, so let's analyze this setup. Well, price action, we had a flat range, basically. And then we broke this high right here and continued. So we didn't retrace because there was a clear liquidity area above here. But instead we continued trending up. Got a bit of a shift here. So this red candle does show me a bit of a shift. But then we continue with a really nice strong break, and this is, just look at this break, it's definitely showing us some strong momentum. At that point I had a high probability pattern forming, which is a push up, pullback, continuation, strong continuation, and I can tolerate this momentum shift because it was Thursday, so I can tolerate a bit of a warning sign. And I did place my pending order on the inside bar with a 12 pips stop loss. Or 13 pips because of the spreads, sorry. Or actually no, 12, but 2 pips above this inside bar just for the spread. So if it's a 2 candle break, you can see it broke with this candle, then this is the second candle. 2 candle break, 2 pips above. 1 candle break, 1 pip above. So yeah, but it doesn't really matter. To be honest, you can do whatever you want to do. Next candle printed. Then I removed my order because then it would show me a clear large engulfing and a momentum shift, which I did not want to take. And then price continued up and unfortunately showed me a momentum shift in these 2 candles. So after seeing these 2 large red candles, I wasn't looking for absolutely anything. This is too big of a momentum shift. Sellers have clearly stepped in, and yeah, not good anymore. So still in the trade on the Aussie US dollar, we will see how it will play out. It can be a winner, it can take me out. I will be holding over the weekend if I will still be in the trade. That's it for this video, guys. Good luck with your trading. See you next week on Wednesday. And yeah, make sure you keep following the plan, but the markets are forming some nice trends. You can definitely see some nice moves, some nice consecutive blue candles, which is a good indication that the trends are back. So that's it. See you guys in the next video.